trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we were not a ride nobody way. We're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again it hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
There we go. We're going to 54.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott off play action. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Cowboys had 7-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's got Rome taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Ready?
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers his team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Oh, he bowls over him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Richardson to the air on 1st down. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They go play action with Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, Richardson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the... 30. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Play action. Now Richardson. And he'll find Pittman. And he's going to get this down near the 25. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First and 10, Taylor now. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again to Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Richardson on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down, Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play action now, Prescott. He's got a man, it's his tight end, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Richardson off the play fake. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 22, Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Richardson. Oh, he still brings it in. Off the tip here on the deep shot. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1 second, all that remains. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come to halftime, and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Taylor. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Going for it on fourth, Richardson. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Richardson to throw off play action. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit,
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 35.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Richardson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a give here to Pollard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. They'll look to run with Vaughn, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef. that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They go back to Pollard on second down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Swinging this out for Pollard. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Vaughn will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Pollard is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Prescott down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. On fourth down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. Maher able to put this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And Richardson looks to throw once more. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Richardson on 3rd and short. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Richardson to the air on first down. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cowboys, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.